Dirt roads to rock crawling, two-buck chuck to screaming eagle, moonshine to 50-year-old single malt. We talk about it all here on Wheelin' Wine and Whiskey with your hosts, Jason and Chris.
Welcome to the Wheelin' Wine and Whiskey Podcast, episode 282, 282. Gracias por escuchar este podcasto. Hola, Chris. ¿Cómo estás ustedes?
Bien, ¿y tú?
Everybody's going, damn it, did I get the Spanish podcast?
Well, Lorenzo pushed the bilingual button.
He is. He's walking around with a sombrero for some reason today, and it's super windy. I told him to take it off or else he's going to fly away. But
so you have the chin strap secured tight?
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, we're nowhere near Cinco de Mayo or anything. I have no idea. But and it's not that hot. Sun is shining though, but I don't know. Yeah, he won't tell me.
Whoever knows what's going on in that ass's head, you know.
Mm-hmm. For sure. So here we are.
Yep.
So 282.
Yep.
Still, what do you call it? Post-party blues from Trail Hero.
Yep. I think I didn't go, so I can't have PPB.
You have no post-party blues. No FOMO, no nothing. You're just, fuck it.
Just living my life. Chugging away, breaking shit and fixing shit.
Well, that's the way to do it. You know, you're supposed to four-wheel, brake, rinse, and repeat. But so here we are. We just dropped the bonus episode of She Crawls, Leah Hockman. That was fun. And I'm sure there'll be some more Trail Hero stories coming out in the future here. But I think we got the gist of it. And moving on to the next end of the year here. I can't even say next quarter. We got like 2 months left.
I know.
November, December. We're at the end of October. Next week is Halloween.
And SEMA.
Then SEMA. And then the Hump and Bump. So yeah, we'll get into all that. We got some stuff to talk about, little housekeeping, if you will.
Yeah.
I know I got a couple voicemails here, 3 voicemails. We got some reviews, so let's get caught back up with all that.
Yeah, we haven't had a regular episode in a while, so this is kind of just...
Let's see. You're on. Let's see what you got. This is your show. I'll just sit back here and drink my water.
Oh, my God. Yeah, drink, right, water. Right,
I do.
Right.
I have water right now. It's dry up here.
I'm drinking Backbone Bourbon. It's a very unapologetic bourbon. It's 120 proof.
Woo!
And it's not one I go to very often, but I decided to crack it open this afternoon and give it a go. And I'll tell you what, it's a little hot without a little melty melt on the rock. But as soon as it got watered down a little bit and cut it up, it's drinking pretty smooth. It's a little bit of leather on it.
Leather, okay.
Oh yeah, no, this is definitely a rowdy one. So it's got some teeth.
Yeah. Grabs you, huh?
Oh yeah, for sure. So anyway, it's a quick little review about a bourbon that probably a lot of people don't see on the shelf very often.
Is it Backbone Distillery or is it
Backbone Bourbon, uncut straight bourbon whiskey, and it's distilled in Lawrenceburg, Indiana, bottled by Backbone Bourbon Company, Bardstown, Kentucky.
Oh, good.
And you can look them up at www.backbonebourbon.com. And this was barrel date of 2012, bottled on September of 2017. And it's 60.1 proof, or 61.1% alcohol, 120.2 proof. I like it. It's not something you can drink a shitload of, but it's tasty for sure.
And where'd you get it from?
I believe I picked this up at either Bevmo or Total Wine and More. Probably Total Wine and More. Just kind of randomly grabbed one off the shelf because it looked interesting and I liked the name and didn't do any. That's sometimes I just grab stuff without researching it.
Why not? That's how you try it.
It was reasonable price point. I mean, I don't have the price tag on it anymore, but I'm thinking it was probably in the $40 range. You know,
perfect.
anyway, if you see it, I like it. It's let it sit for a bit with the rock, and you'll enjoy it quite a bit.
Well, you're proofing it down at that point.
I know, but
Proofing down the 120. But that's okay.
Probably a good thing. It's a good thing.
It opens
flavorful for sure. A little bit of leather on it, and I don't know, a little honey,
spice.
Yeah, spice and honey. I mean, it's actually pretty good.
Undertones of nutmeg. Has it got kind of a fall flair to it? I like the name. It's good for Halloween. He's taking another sip here.
No, I'm not really. I mean, what, like leaves?
No,
fallen leaves from a tree?
Pumpkin spice.
No.
Frappuccino.
No.
Okay.
All right. Let's move on to some business. We got comments. So
quick.
For our listeners, if you want to leave a comment, we love to hear from you. Very much so. You can leave comments both on Apple Podcasts, which is you can do it on your phone, or go to the website or the app, I guess, if you have it on your computer. Do people actually still do that? I don't know. Most people do things on their portable device, like a iPad or a iPhone or whatever. But and then Spotify seems to be kind of a go-to place for reviews now. We're seeing quite a few showing up there, and I've got 2 that haven't been read, which I'm going to read right now. And this is one of the cool things about Spotify is they can kind of comment on individual episodes, which I like.
Yeah, you said that.
So this one's from
too. They could do that.
Exactly. I rate 4x4.com. Correct. So this one's from Turbo Web. It sounds like he's a young kid, which, it's an explicit rating on our show, but I guess his parents are cool with it.
How do you know?
But he's commenting on the W.
How'd you deduce that?
What's that? Because he tells us his age.
Oh, shit. Okay, go on.
Bonus episode, he's commenting on a visit with Sue Lee Munn when you were up at Meadow Lake for Sierra Trek. So anyway, it's from listener Turbo Web. He writes, "Hello, Jason." What the hell? "Hello, Jason and Chris. My name is Colin Webb. I'm 13. I love listening to your show with my dad. I love driving the Rubicon while my dad is the passenger princess in our latte machine." He is building my Tacoma and trying to convince my mom to get a 3.5-inch lift kit. Thank you for the show. Well, there you go. Right on.
Well, that's cool. Nice.
Absolutely.
Although we need him to write back in, or we need to somehow get a contact information to talk him out of doing Toyota things at a young age.
Right.
He's headed down the wrong roads. I mean, that's worse than drugs or alcohol or anything else at that age. He's wants to build a Toyota.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, you got to start somewhere, and we appreciate anybody that gets out in the off-road world and does it responsibly and intelligently. And I don't know, Toyota.
I love how he put the latte machine in there.
Mm-hmm. Yep, for sure.
That's great.
So anyway,
that's great. Well, thanks for the review. That's awesome. Glad you're listening with your dad. But reconsider on that Toyota deal.
Right. And if you're on the IG, DM Jason at Wheeling Wine Whiskey.
Yeah.
And we'll get you a sticker.
A sticker pack. I sent out 3 this week.
Oh, good. Good. All right. Moving on. We've got, what the hell is this thing doing? It's freaking me out, man. So Bob Bouchard, who I believe is the albino sand squirrel, or maybe not. I don't know. No. Oh no! I'm just misinterpreting his comment.
No,
Bob Bouchard, and he's reviewing for episode 278, Portals from Portal Pros, and he writes, "Albino sand squirrel for president. I'd vote for him. Hell, I'm willing to be his running mate. I can see it now. Presidential limo on Portals. Wreck-It and the squirrel.
I love it.
2024 America, fuck yeah."
Yeah, that's a Wreck-It Rob, I think.
There you go.
Chart, I think. Yeah. No, albino sand squirrels. He's unique. That's a whole nother deal there. That's awesome. I agree. He would make a great president. Shake it
up. Good stuff right there. So yeah, that's the reviews from Spotify. And then you said you had another review.
I've got a review here from, let's see. It's frickin' Woodrow. I think that
Woodrow.
was yeah. This is, this is good. Frickin' Woodrow. All right, so let's go back here and let me get his messages. All right. Sick gnar, bro. Been listening for many years.
Bro.
Hearing the stories from people in the industry is great. It's a real hoot, and I look forward to the new episodes. So that's cool. So
yeah, right on.
Woodrow, or frickin' Woodrow. Yeah. He says, keep up the good work and keep that effing donkey under control. Yeah, he's all fired up today. I don't know what's going on. Sunday fun day, I guess, for Lorenzo.
Is it a full moon? It's not a full moon. I thought that was the other night.
I sent him a sticker pack out to Texas. He is from the great state of Texas, Tejas.
Tejas. Right on.
So very cool. So thanks for taking the time to write in. And he should have his stickers by now.
Yeah.
So
send us pictures of the stickers on your rig. No, I got nothing there. I think you said you had some voicemails to play.
I do. Let's get into
Let's hear them.
Shall we? We shall.
Hey, boys. I just wanted to get that out of the way. It's your man, Rover Don. And I...
coming out of the gate strong.
Called me out on that last episode. So let's give you the 50-cent update on what's happened here in the NorCal Rover world. Our RoverCon event, sixth event is this year. That was the one weekend where it was stupid cold. Yeah. We were getting hail, everything. It was just generally a shitty week on the Rubicon this year. Not the best time to be running with no top, no doors, everything. Yeah, that was a challenge. On the other hand, our Fordyce trip this year, it went well. There was a Jeep that may have broken on that trip, but everybody else went great. We had one of the stock Range Rovers take a interesting line on windshield one. He basically was inverted, but refused to stop driving and made it anyway. So that was good. We sent the other stock Range Rover through the box on windshield 3. I confess, I wimped out. I went up the middle line there because, well, I still have those glass axles in there that just aren't up for the hammer time.
Did you say
but yeah, all good.
Yeah, he did.
Just we're just doing things here, and you can all, we've got our own podcast if you are desperate to know what's happening and can tolerate a little bit of alcoholic fuel discussion over on NCLR After Dark. Yep.
Really?
That one is 100% irregular, 100% unedited, and often involves beverages of different types. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys. We've already covered the essential Toyota discussion, so that's all. I'll talk to you later.
That's awesome, Don. Well, hey, thanks for calling in. You answered our call.
He did, and he threw in a freaking little shout out for his own podcast.
Shameless plug, plug, if you will. What was it? NC? No, not NCR. NorCal Rovers. Yeah, that's probably what it is. NCR After Dark. I'm gonna have to look that one up. And get it, that. That would be highly entertaining.
A show that involves wheeling and drinking. A show that involves wheeling and drinking adult beverages.
I think that's been patented and copyrighted there, Don.
I know. He needs to send us some money, I think.
As long as you're calling out Toyotas during that podcast. We'll let it slide. That's good. Well, that's a good update. Unfortunately, they were challenged by the weather on Rovicon, but glad to hear Fordyce went well. That's always a fun time out there. Beautiful trail.
For sure, yeah.
Okay.
Great scenery.
So I have to check that out. The shameless plug. Glass axles. Okay, good job.
And Toyotas suck.
All right. Ready for the next one?
I am. Bring it on.
Let's see.
Hey, fellas.
Oh.
Just wanted to give you a call.
Trump.
It's everyone's favorite president, your favorite president. You know, I don't even think I need the introduction anymore. Everyone knows who I am. Very popular. I'm a very, very, very popular person. Probably the most popular person ever in existence. Anyway, I wanted to address a couple of things. Jason, it sounds like you had a very good time. Great time. Trail hero. Wonderful time. That area is just beautiful, a beautiful American place. Billions and billions of dollars, American dollars, go into that place. And I know they appreciate you guys specifically coming out there. You know, secondly, I did want to address, I was supposed to be in Minden, wonderful Minden, great town, Minden, Nevada. Wonderful, wonderful town full of great people and places and things. But, you know, we got wind that the publicity hadn't gone out. We really wanted buggies. We wanted Jeeps. We wanted Toyotas. We wanted everybody to escort us.
You say Toyotas?
Wonderful vehicles driven by great people. Jeeps, I don't know. I don't own any stock in Jeeps. I can't tell you about Jeeps. Buggies are wonderful. Great people. Wonderful Americans drive these cars. We really wanted everyone there with their buggies and Jeeps and Toyotas. And we wanted to go and create quite a buzz. And we heard it hadn't gone out. Everybody in those vehicles were helping other people, helping other Americans, helping other people somewhere, doing something for someone. And so we thought, you know, we can't go there without those people. So we pulled the plug on that. We moved right along to Vegas. Vegas, wonderful town, great American town. They call it a sinful town. I wouldn't know anything about that. It's wonderful. I'm sure there are great people there. And we moved right along. And, you know, a friend of mine has been to Vegas, Kevin Jones, Mr. Kevin Jones. He's doing something for a wonderful, wonderful application that many of you use on your telephones, your cell phones, your smartphones. These phones are so smart. They asked me, they said, how do you get these phones so smart? I just do it. These phones are so smart. But Kevin Jones, Mr. Ultra 4 Jones, doing something wonderful. He built a vehicle, a great American vehicle. He's going to a thing they call SEMA. I've heard of it. It's a great thing. It's a wonderful thing. And anyway, we wish him the best of luck. But I just wanted to address those things with you and tell you you're doing a great job. You know, they asked me, do I listen to your podcast? I said, yes. I listen every day. Every day I listen to all the podcasts. 82 podcasts every day. I listen in fast forward. They came to me. They said, sir, how do you do this? I said, I don't know. I just do it. So anyway, there you have it.
Oh, he got cut off. Shit. Oh, there's a lot going on there.
Oh, yeah.
So, yes, Douglas County did approve the permit for the Trump campaign to come out to Minden Tahoe Airport, which he's been to back in 2020 and 2022. And so the rumor was, you know, he was coming on like November 2nd, 3rd. The 4th was the end of it was those 3 days that they had slated. And then I just got word a couple days ago that the Trump campaign decided to withdraw their request for permit to have it at the airport. So they moved on to other places, which makes sense because there's only 6 electoral votes here in the great state of Nevada.
Yeah.
Although it is considered a swing state because of Reno and Las Vegas, and we'll leave that at that. People can fill in the blanks in between there. But yeah, I was hoping he was going to be here. That would have been freaking epic.
Yeah.
He did go to Reno a few weeks ago, and I didn't go to that, but I heard that was great, spectacular, great speaking engagement there. But anyways, okay, I think he called back. I love how he shouted out Kevin Jones too. So yeah, we'll have to.
Hey fellas, just wanted to call back in. I'm told my people told me, my great people, my wonderful people told me, I might have been cut off there, mid-sentence, mid-thought. I have many thoughts on this matter. You know, some of them go to China. You know, it's perhaps an issue with these smartphones, dumb phones, These people come to me and they say, how can we do this? And I say, you just make it better. And they listen and it's better all of a sudden. I did want to address one more thing. The golden arches, these golden, wonderful arches.
Oh,
These American-made arches that are here. I stopped by, a friend of mine owns several arches, and I stopped by.
Several
and said,
arches.
Hey, I want to just say, I just want to say, would you like fries with that? That's all I wanted to say. They said, Mr. President, no one's ever done this. No one's done this so good. How do you do this so good? I said, I don't know. I just say it. And so it comes out, would you like fries with that? Can I get you some fries, please? And so there we are. Anyway, you might see me out and about if you're going to bring those Jeeps, those wonderful Jeeps, those Toyotas, those big, big buggies. Bring those big, big buggies, billions of buggies to these shows. Let's get out there. Let's show America who Americans are when they America, how Americans America. And no one will ever believe how good we can have it. Okay. And you might see me out and about, probably, maybe, but definitely, probably. I'll be somewhere sometime. And if you do see me, just say hello. And I'll just say, hey, would you like fries with that? All right. Thank you, boys.
Why, yes, I would.
So, yeah. Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Trump. The rally didn't happen because your committee canceled it, but we would have been out there in force. I was going to drive my Lance camper out there, do a little Lance life, put up the flagpole, fly the Nevada for Trump flag. But nope, we're just have to do it here on my property.
Secret Service would have probably been on the roof of your camper checking things out.
That's fine. I was going to leave Lorenzo at home. I figured he'd stir up some shit. So I didn't want to.
Since he's been in Central and South America, he's probably persona non grata.
Yeah. And then, you mentioned Kevin Jones. So Kevin Jones is going to, he's in Arizona right now for the Onyx Off-Road Build Challenge.
That's right.
So we'll get into that in a second. And then, then they're going to SEMA. All the vehicles from the Off-Road Challenge, if they're still able to make it there, they're going to end up on display.
They're still rolling
out in front of the West Hall, I believe. So yeah, that'll be cool. But yeah, and then this whole the McDonald's memes that have been coming out with Trump, I don't know if you saw the actual video where he was like frying up some fries and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was great. And then the memes of him fixing the milkshake machine, with a fucking drill and then Biden walking away from the drive-through with an ice cream cone, wearing a Trump 2024
I know.
and Trump waving at him from the window.
That was pretty good.
So good. Yeah. The golden arches.
I actually had a McFlurry last night. My daughter picked some up on her way back from the...
Oh, really?
She was out running some errands. She's like, did anybody want a McFlurry? And I'm like, I wanted a chocolate shake.
It was working.
I ended up with a McFlurry, even though I wanted a chocolate shake. But yeah, the machine was working.
Why didn't you order a chocolate shake then?
I did, but she overrode.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
That's all right.
If you would have done that to her, that would have been the end of the world.
I know. Well, I don't typically go to McDonald's anymore.
No. I was on our way back from Trail Hero. Keith and I stopped, and that was first time in well over a couple years that I'd been to a McDonald's. So,
what did you get? A quarter pounder?
Yeah, quarter pounder with cheese. 2 quarter pounders with cheese, 2 large fries, 1 beverage, $25.
You're lucky you didn't get E. coli.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's the big deal right now. They've actually pulled the quarter pounder with cheese from the menu because of I guess onions. The onions they use on the burger are contaminated with E. coli, and some 70 or so people have gotten sick from it.
All over, or just like in a?
I don't know if all. I don't go to McDonald's much.
No.
But I just read the news, and it's like, yeah, they pulled the quarter pounder from the menu.
You can't believe the news; it's all fake news.
Yeah, well, not all of it, but yeah, I try to pick and choose what I believe, and read between the lines.
There you go. So this Onyx challenge is pretty cool. So our buddy Kevin Jones got in as the wild card.
That's right.
So
I voted.
Yeah, pretty freaking cool. So you got Dirt Lifestyle Nate, Holly with Mischief Maker, right?
Right, Holly Fowler.
And then you've got the Fab Rats, who are leading in votes, by the way, 43,927
Holy
votes.
smokes!
Rudy's Off-Road Adventure is Adventure and Design, I should say. Rudy's Adventure and Design. Robbie Layton and Trail Builds It. I don't know those guys. I got to follow up with them. And then you got Ultra Ford Jones, who is slowly reaching the 518 mark, 401 votes. So you can go on to Onyx and vote. Onyx, just type in Onyx Off-Road Build Challenge. You do have to be an Onyx member, though, to vote. So that is the one caveat. But yeah, it would be great to get Kevin up to 518 votes. He wants to get the 518 votes just because, chasing 518 is his Ultra 4 number, right? So, and Bleepin' Jeep is in there too. Where's how come he's not on this? Oh, there he is. Yeah, Bleepin' Jeep. So we met him. Do you remember meeting him at SEMA years ago?
Oh yeah.
And you were jonesing over a Wrangler. Remember that in the off-road hall? You don't remember.
Oh yeah, the Wrangler that
Bleepin' Jeep right there. Yeah, you were jonesing over this Wrangler. And he's like,
that thing. Well, it was a YJ, or it had been converted from? That thing was badass. Wonder what ever happened to that rig?
Several years ago. Years and beards ago for you, but
we hugged it out and everything. It was pretty cool.
You guys did. I don't know why. It was kind of an awkward embrace, but yeah,
those YJ people, So
that's the way you guys say hi. Okay. Okay. So, anyways, that off-road challenge is going on in Arizona. So those videos will be coming out here. Ian Johnson's the judge, and judge and jury. So it should be interesting. I know it was a struggle. Now, Kevin, most of these people had since January to build their rigs. They got $20,000 to build a rig, and, everybody's last minute. Now, Kevin just found out that he was the, wild card here. 6 weeks ago or something?
Yeah,
but he started the build prior to that, hoping that he would get it. So, anyways, him and Mallory are in Arizona, and wish them best of luck, and look forward to a podcast following up after that event to see how it all went down. But he has that, the Bronco that he purchased sight unseen
in
all the
Florida,
way out there. It was Alabama, I believe.
Alabama, yeah.
Alabama. He flew out there, and then they went to a Southern Baptist church on a Sunday and got the full Southern Baptist sermon, and then ended up driving this thing sight unseen. He looked at a few things and just sent it in typical Kevin Jones fashion across the United States back to the Central Coast of California, to his hometown.
Well, he went east before he went west. I think he went to Florida first.
Yeah, he ended up going over there because you're right there. So
right,
they had to get a little sightseeing in.
But yeah, that
it
whole
made
adventure.
And the thing was a POS rust bucket, no back window. I mean, it had numerous things wrong with it, but it made it all the way back. And then he decided to take the 7.3 diesel out of Sideswipe and put it into this Bronco. So it's a stick shift manual 7.3 Bronco. It's badass with 1 tons under it. And, he's got the linked front and then leaf spring rear. It's got kind of the Carolina squat going on right now in the rear because of all the weight of tools and all the gear that he's got in the back of it. So I know he talked about throwing another leaf in it, but it made it all the way 600 and some odd miles from the Central Coast of California to Tucson, Arizona. So pretty freaking exciting.
And let's give credit where credit's due to Mallory. I mean, she's a trooper for
oh my God, can you imagine just riding in that thing?
Oh my god!
All the way from the East Coast to the West Coast
with no rear window and doing all the stuff and the rainstorms and the tornado, the threat that they had. And there's a video of this whole journey you can catch on YouTube on his Chase 518 channel.
518 YouTube, yeah. His channel is growing nicely. So,
Yeah,
and
for
he is
sure.
almost at 10,000 followers. So I put out a little blurb here. We're recording on a Sunday before the Tuesday this releases. And, he was only 95 away from 10,000 followers. So, go follow Kevin Jones, Ultra 4 Jones on IG if you're not already, and get him up to at least 10,000. So, he picked up some more followers since I sent that in. Huh. It's working.
Wow.
Fucking awesome. So, anyways, good stuff. It'll be fun to see. I am going to be at SEMA. It's a new side hustle for me, trying to figure out what I want to do when I grow up. But I'll be in the work hose booth. So if you're going to be out there, I have no idea what booth number. I'll find out. But I will be promoting these, talking about these air hoses that are super cool, super flexible, lightweight air hoses, and durable, up to 400 psi. So I don't know anybody that's running more than 400 psi in their air hoses.
That's a lot of pressure.
Cool thing is water hoses are coming out here. We're supposed to actually receive them tomorrow. And that's what I'm excited about for the golf industry. Lightweight, flexible hoses that are going to last and not weigh.
I'd like a demo.
I know. Well, you have to pay. There's no free rides.
No,
here, Chris.
I'm a demo. You can demo.
You
bring it out and demo it. You can hand water greens for half a day, and
nope.
Oh yeah.
Nope.
You remember how to do that?
Nope. I'll send Lorenzo over there with one on his back, and maybe you can get him to water greens for you.
Oh yeah, that'll be great. Hoof prints all over the greens and freaking empty fucking tequila bottles, whatever.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So,
complaining customers.
Anyways, so I'm looking forward to SEMA. It's been since before COVID that we were there last. So
I know. I seem to have missed my invitation to this trip, but
you're always invited, Chris. You're always invited. And if you want to work, we can put you to work. So.
No. I go to play.
Exactly. So after SEMA, we're going to head over to the Hump and Bump, the Vegas Valley Wheelers.
Is that a strip club?
It is. It's the Vegas Valley 4-wheel drive club, Hump and Bump. And
that'd be a great name for a strip club, though.
That would be the Hump and Bump.
The rub and tug and the hump and bump.
Oh, that 120 proof's kicking in for you there. There you go. So anyway, this has been going on for a while. And I've heard about it. I wanted to check it out. And since we're going to be at SEMA, I'm like, you know what? Let's just camp. We're going to be camping out in Vegas at the RV park, and then continue on to Longdale, just south there.
Mm-hmm.
I should say north of Las Vegas, and it's supposed to be some pretty good wheeling out there. So, big event, really big shoe. And it starts on Thursday. We're going to roll in on Friday morning and check it out. So look forward to that report.
Cool.
The Hump and Bump Strip Club. Mention Lorenzo and you get $10 off at the door.
Right.
Okay. Well, that got his attention. He even took off his freaking sombrero. What do you know about that place? He's
a founding father. What are you talking about?
He's walking out of the room now. He's all shy all of a sudden. Yeah. All right. We'll figure that out. Oh gosh. What else you got? I got a couple more things after that, but let's let you talk for a minute. I'm going to drink some water here.
Oh, there you go. Well, so I'm going to just the Jeep's been in the garage for a while, and we're going to kind of change gears here real quick. But I wanted to get the Jeep cleaned up and out of the garage and drive it around a little bit to circulate all the fluids. It hasn't, as everybody knows, it's been a chaotic season for me, and between other events and this construction project at work, things have gotten a little off-roading's has been on the back burner. Yep. So I wanted to get the Jeep out and wash it up a little bit and circulate the fluids and whatnot. So I got all the stuff that had been laying on it off of it and drove it out of the garage yesterday, and got got it in the driveway, and I needed to wash the windshield before I drove around. And so I get out of the Jeep, and it's idling, and I walk out into the garage to grab the windshield, the glass cleaner and rags and whatnot. And as I'm walking back to the Jeep, there's all sorts of shit flowing from the back, dribbling onto the ground from the back of the Jeep. I'm like, what the hell? So I go over there, and I put my finger on it, and it's like, I smell it, and it's gasoline. I've got a huge gas leak. I kind of got a flashlight and looked into the gap between the frame and the
match.
No match. I'm smarter than the average bear, and looked in the gap between the tank and the body, and I could see gasoline squirting out one of the hoses from the top of the fuel tank. So, shut her down and said, "What the hell? This is not good." So I have a feeling we had a rat in the garage. I'm pretty sure the rat didn't chew on my fuel line. I think those are the original fuel lines in the Jeeps in '95. So we're talking about 20-year-old fuel lines.
Oh, yeah.
And ethanol fuel, as you commented in our group chat,
it eats through that stuff.
So I think the fuel line finally left the chat. So now, unfortunately, the fuel tank is absolutely full. And now I got to siphon the fuel out of it so I can get it down to like a quarter tank, or less. So it's a lot lighter when I unbolt it and lower it from the engine, lower it from the body, and then I'll have to replace the fuel line and get that thing back in ship shape order so it can go so I can go wheeling, because I've got the bug. I want it in this. Construction project's kind of wrapping up. We've got a few more weeks of stuff going on, and I'd like to do some snow wheeling. I'd like to do a little bit of easier stuff. Maybe head down to Hollister and kind of flex it out a little bit, and exercise it and exercise my mind and do a little therapy that way. But obviously, it needs to go in for some repairs. So either I'm going to do the work myself, or I'm going to have somebody do it for me. I haven't decided yet, but. Okay. I do know I need to get that tank drained, at least 2/3 or 3/4 before I take it anywhere for work to be done. But it's disappointing. But at the same time, I'm glad I found it. As you mentioned, I found it in the driveway and not, on the Rubicon Trail or something like that.
Same thing happened to me, man, in my garage. You remember with the buggy earlier this year? Took it out of the retirement for winter and fired it off and ran, and it's running good. And I'm like, I smell gas. I smell a lot of gas. And I look down, and there's like 5-gallon bucket of fuel on the floor that somebody dumped. I'm like, what the fuck?
Did you use a match to dry it out?
Yeah, I did. And it worked really well, by the way. It was very quick. Very quick.
I bet.
It was gone.
Nice. Yeah. So, but I mean, obviously you're working on your buggy with everything kind of open chassis. There's a order of magnitude easier than working on my rig.
Oh, yeah. Very nice.
I've dropped the tank once before when I installed the armor on it. I've got a Genrite skid plate on there, which adds a significant amount of weight, I might add. So, yeah, that's coming up for me in the next I figure I'll get the tank drained this week, and I'll see what I'm going to do beyond that, if I pay somebody or if I do it myself. We'll see.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that sucks, but it's that freaking fuel just eats up rubber and clogs carburetors, and it's a nightmare. But we can get ethanol free up here, 87 and 91, but 91 ethanol free up here, somewhere in the magnitude of 6 something a gallon.
Woo! That's California prices right there. I was
going to say, but it's like regular unleaded in California, so it's not bad.
Pretty well.
But I do put that in the the stuff that doesn't run very often, generators, snow blowers, shit like that.
I have a shitload of Stabil is what I use.
Yep. But if you use that ethanol free and Stabil, you are set, man. You are hooked up. But,
yep.
Okay. Well, that sucks, but at least it happened at home.
It happened at home, which is a plus. So anyway, and then moving on, other things. I know there's so much we haven't met like this in a while, but the Ultra 4 Racing, the Warn. Where's my map? Where's
Warn?
That's
site? Good. Kevin Jones is going to applaud you on your pronunciation.
Warn Racing Nationals down at Crossbar Ranch.
Yes,
Oklahoma. In Oklahoma happened. I know this is a little late to the party with our results, but Man, it was a fun race to watch, but unfortunately, the coverage
Watching the
sucked.
flags?
Yeah,
Watching
I
the
mean, when it
flags
was
wave?
when they had drone coverage and camera coverage, it was pretty good. But it seemed like for a while, for pretty large gaps of the race, it was you're just sitting there staring at flags, and I'm like, Pam and Miles would be talking, and you and I texted back and forth, and I'm like, the coverage this year kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Not sure what happened. If I don't know what the whole story is, so maybe Miles at some point can fill us in, but. I mean, they did the best they could, I guess, but it was somewhat disappointing from comparing it to previous years.
Right.
But the racing that I did see, and it was dusty as hell too, was pretty awesome. So the 44, there was a bunch of racing. Obviously, I had side by sides, rubber man douche
everything.
coupes. And then, of course, the 45, all the classes were there.
Sure.
So I have results, and what I have up on my screen right now are the 4,400. We'll work from the big dogs down. Okay. What's interesting about the 4,400 classes here is obviously the fields are quite a bit smaller than what you'd see at KOH. But they had 20 cars registered to race, 17 cars started. 9 cars finished, so the attrition it was a over 100-mile race. Yeah, pretty big attrition. So we can give the whole. Paul Wolf was doing very well at the beginning of the race. He and Wayland Campbell
were battling it out.
They were doing a great job. Up there, the number 1 and 2 spots in the race, which was awesome. But they both had problems later on in laps. I don't know what lap happened, but they both broke down. And I think Wayland had a flat tire, and that knocked him out of first. And then I'm not sure what took him out of the race a little later on. But neither Paul Wolf or Wayland Campbell finished. But so number 9, so we can do the 9 finishers. Raul Gomez came in 9th.
Oh.
JP Gomez came in 8th. Okay. Casey Gilbert was 7th. Then Cody Addington came in 6th. Dustin Robbins in 5th. Brett Harrell, 4th. Then good old Chip McLaughlin was 3rd, so he's on the podium. And then Tad Dowker, number 2, and Chad Hunt, car number 456, came in 1st place.
Nice.
So pretty cool.
Wolf was there, but that's how it works, right? It's what does Miles say all the time? To
Checkers
finish
or
first,
wreckers.
You must first finish.
Must first finish. That's right.
It is that every time, every race.
That's exactly true. So then moving on to the 4,500 results. Let's see here. We had 8 cars that started, and 7 cars that started out of 8 registered. And one of the local friends of ours, Megan Miller.
How about that?
I guess has a brand new car to her.
A new car to her. Lavezzo's previous owner of the car, and it's a badass car. It's got the Bronco clip on it. It is it's rowdy. I think it's got 700 horsepower too. If I remember Derek telling me correctly. Yeah, it's a huge step up.
Yeah, going from like 250 horsepower to 700. That's quite a jump.
250, but yeah, it's but better suspension, better everything. It's a tube chassis. It's a race car. It's a race car. It's not a Jeep modified to be a race car.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but this was the first time she sat down in it?
Pretty much, yeah. So they took delivery of it in Texas. They prepped it for her. She got to, check it out. And then they took it to Oklahoma and, fired it off and go send it.
Trial by fire right there.
Yeah. Again, these racers all have the send it mentality. So, and Megan's no different. She freaking just gets after it, which is fun to watch. So,
she's got raw talent. It's pretty fun. She's fun to watch. I mean, all these racers are fun to watch, but it's super cool considering, up until 3 or 4 years ago, she'd never sat down in a race car, and all of a sudden she's doing this, and it's like awesome to watch.
Yes.
So Megan comes in. God, I think there was these results. Oh, those are qualifying. Never mind. This is not right. Let's see if I can find the right results. This is qualifying. Race results for 4,500. Okay, here we go. So Megan Miller comes in officially in 5th place for the race.
Oh, 5th place. I thought it was 4th.
Nope, 5th. Apparently, according to this, these are the official results.
Official results. Okay.
Sean Rance, 4th place. Diesel Krentz. What a cool name.
That
Diesel
is a good
Krentz.
race name there.
And then he's 3rd, and he's got a Jeep. He's driving some sort of a Jeep.
Okay.
I'd like to dig into that a little bit. And then Dwayne Garrettson came in 3rd, and Jesse Oliver 1st place on the podium with a Ford.
Wait, what happened to second?
Dwayne Garrettson was 2nd.
Oh, you said 3rd. Okay. All right.
Diesel Krentz was 3rd.
Okay. So
Dwayne Garrettson's.
Dwayne Garrettson, I've met a few times and got to meet him when we were out at Hot Springs, Arkansas. That's near his hometown.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he's always out there at KOH. So,
and you like him? He's a Ford. He apparently has a Ford chassis or Ford engine in his rig.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Jesse Oliver, also a Ford guy. So the podium, 1st place Jesse Oliver, Dwayne Garrettson 2nd place, and Diesel Krentz 3rd place.
And Megan Miller was 5th for not bad showing for her first time sitting in that car.
Exactly. So that's the 4,500 results. And then 4,600, we got,
Anybody notable?
Oh, yeah.
Anybody we know?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So let's do the top 5. So you got John Schaefer, 5th place. This is the limited result. These are official, right? Yeah, John Schaefer, 5th place. Albert Contreras in 4th place. 3rd place, Bailey Cole. We know Bailey.
I know Bailey. Yeah. He didn't finish 1st, though. What happened?
I don't know. He didn't win. He came in 3rd.
Huh.
And then Doug Langford, 2nd place. And John Rance.
Oh, there you go. Rance.
1st place in car number 431. Yeehaw. So, yeah, pretty cool there. So that's the 4,600 results. And then 4,800. This is the
super competitive class.
Yeah, the Legends class, if you will, from
you need to.
So it looks like they had,
but go ahead.
They had 13 cars registered for,
That's another podcast. Go on.
Okay, 13 cars registered. It looks like 11 of the 13 actually finished the race. Let's see here. So let's do the top 5 here. We got Greg Neff came in 5th place, car number 73. Then you got Justin Barth, car number 417 in 4th place. Jeff Martin, 3rd place, car 1470. Sean Rajski, 2nd place, car number 866. And number 1, podium winner, race winner, number 1. Want to take a guess?
I don't know who all was there.
Well, it's somebody you know.
Well, I know a lot of
them. You know a lot of them, but good old Chucky Crossland.
Oh, Crossland was there. That's right. Chuck and fucking Chucky. Good for him. You look at his car, it's like an airline cockpit in there. There's so many switches and circuit breakers and shit. I don't even know how he knows what button to press, but that's good for him. There you go. Local NorCal boy.
Absolutely. So congratulations, Chuck, on your podium. 1st place win at the Warren Racing Nationals.
Very nice.
Crossbar Ranch.
Cool.
So, yeah, a lot of racing going on. I wish the coverage had been better. It was really disappointing.
Well,
I was home that weekend, and I had it streaming off of YouTube, and I'm like, what is going on here?
There's struggles. They got to figure out what's going on. Somebody with very, very deep pockets needs to take this thing over is what needs to happen and just run with it and have fun with it and make Ultra 4 great again. Because the last few goes here are not doing it.
Well, it just seems like there's always a little bit of strife,
Well, there is
and drama.
There's double standards. There's all kinds of stuff. In order for it to grow, and I mean it's going to continue growing because there's definitely a demand and people are into it, right? Passionate about it, and obviously a lot of racers have a significant amount of funds wrapped up into their operation, right?
Oh, hell yeah. No,
And
it's no joke.
but with that said, the program needs to step up and be more professional. And I don't know how we get there, but somebody needs to take charge that can, make this thing awesome and consistent.
Well, I thought that was going to happen when they brought in God, I'm losing my memory a little bit here.
Robin Hayes. Yeah.
The Robinets, but they had that governing body that came in that you thought they would be the enforcers of the rules, and it's just like, I don't know. We can have a whole episode
that's
about.
What I said. That's what I alluded to earlier. Maybe we'll get them on. It'd be fun to get the Robinets on and hear their take on.
Well, I mean, the whole chat about if people follow Rock Sports Insiders, on Facebook. I mean, there's a whole stream or chat going on or discussion about car safety and tube diameter and tube strength and safety standards and so forth, and USAC being involved, and who's enforcing the rules, what's going to happen to cars that don't meet the new specs and so forth, and they talk about field size, and there's a lot of questions, a lot of discussion, a lot of concerns, and a lot of stuff's unanswered and unknown.
Yes, I know. And it just, there's some good discussions on there, though. It's good. I'm glad.
And having said that, we are 85 days.
Till the gates open or till the actual race? What is that?
Until KOH 2025. It starts
3 weeks. There's 3 freaking full weeks this year.
Well, I don't know. Let's get an update from Dolly. I think she's already there.
Okay. She's phoning in right now. She's doing she's doing an IG live.
Perfect. I don't know. So it's 85 days from when this episode drops to something starting at KOH.
Well, that's probably when the gates open.
Probably when the gates open.
So,
yeah.
And that's for the Moto King of the Motos, and and then you've got Curse Trophy Trucks, and then the following weekend, the third weekend, is Ultra 4.
Correct.
Race of the Kings, powered by Optima batteries, sponsored by Nitto.
I don't know, is that all changing this year?
I think so. Yeah, there's rumor that that's all changing up too, but we'll see. Whatever. Here to there, whatever. It'll always be fun. Always a good time on the lake bed.
Wheeling Wine and Whiskey will be there with whiskey and wine.
Are you? I may not be there this year, so there's a news flash for you, but we'll see.
Okay.
You're going to be running solo.
Well, that's fine.
Make me proud.
I'll be there.
Okay, good. I'll pass Lorenzo off to you on your way through.
Right on. I don't know. I mean, that's kind of the only other thing I wanted to kind of do a shout out about is if you're on irate4x4.com, there's a group buy going on right now for Baja Designs. You can go to irate4x4.com, and there's links in there for the group buy. I believe it's 30% off.
Yeah, 25 or 30% off. That's freaking pretty solid right there.
Absolutely. And I believe it ends on the 10th or the 11th of November. So there's plenty of time for our listeners to jump in if you want some lighting, whether it's Baja Designs website's pretty cool. We're not sponsored by Baja Designs. Shout out to Baja Designs. We're looking for sponsors. But they have what's cool on their website is they have like zones. They talk about the different lighting applications. What of their product would fill your needs depending on what you want to do. So it's pretty cool. I invite you to go check out Baja Design's website, but go to irate4x4.com and get all the details about the group buy there. That's the only other thing I wanted to mention.
No, that's great. Again, Austin is kicking ass over there at Irate, and appreciate everything he does. And he does get these group buys going, and that's significant right there. It's not like, oh, here's 5% off, and
30% off is legit.
That's
dude.
Huge. That's what I'm saying. That's a legit. Especially those, they're not giving those things away. They're proud of those lights, but they do work well. All the Baja Design lights that I've ever had work wonderfully. I've got a set of fog lights on my F350. And those are really nice in the snow.
Circle back with Kevin Jones with the Bronco that's going to the Onyx Challenge. I mean, that Baja Designs light bar that was installed in his grill is pretty sexy, I gotta say.
You like that?
I do. It's even though I'm not a Ford guy, but I will say that Bronco is pretty fucking badass.
You'll be a Ford guy one of these days. You'll come to your senses.
No, it'll never happen. No.
No.
Won't happen.
All right. Well, the only other thing, honorable mention here, was I got my side-by-side back from DF Fab.
Rubber band douche coop.
Wilton, California. Anthony, shout out to Anthony. He put a killer tire rack on the back. So it takes the tire from sitting on top of the boxes that are in the back to giving it the bomber style, at a slant hanging off the back. It's better for the suspension, better visibility, and it looks cool as fuck too. So, I'm getting ready to hop in that and head out behind my house now this afternoon and test it out. I want to see the difference in how the suspension handles. I mean, it did great before, but I think there's definitely. So I rode the last weekend. They had a Halloween run, night run up in Virginia City, right up the road here out of Dayton, right? Just past that bunny ranch that you go to and pet all those little furry cottontail bunnies.
Never been there.
So, your picture's up on the wall. I don't know. To VIP member. So we went over there. I was a passenger with Brian, and Code Nelson was there.
Our lawyer was there. Wow,
that was cool. And so we had a great time, and it was cool because there was 100 douche coops, 105 or something was the total, and it was an easy ride, just up some dirt roads. But the sheriff of the town, the sheriff's near.
Oh boy,
he freaking escorted us in his sheriff side by side with all full lights and everything. Escorted us through downtown Virginia City. So all these people were coming out of the bars, videotaping stuff, and it was quite the sight to see. And so we got escorted through town, go up on a dirt roads, and then we ended up at this big plateau, and then the kids got to go trick-or-treating. I think there was only like 20-something kids up there. They made out like freaking bandits. They had a shopping bag full, absolutely full of candy.
Candy coma.
We were just handing out, handfuls of candy because we didn't want to go back with any. And as it was, I think I ate like 8 pieces up there, and I'm like, get rid of this freaking crap, man. So, but the kids, it was very cool. They had a freaking blast and all sugared up. Good. So it was a good ride. And then we got back into town, and then I headed back home. The rest of the group went into downtown VC there and partook in some of the adult beverages at the saloons and establishments there. So pretty cool. But it was a good event put on by the Sierra Nevada side-by-sides there chapter. So another Facebook group with like 5,000 or 7,000 members, I think they have.
Holy crap.
Insane. Yeah.
It's like SF Baja.
These internet Facebook, off-road clubs. Pretty amazing.
Well, it's the modern times, right? I mean, you think about us with our old school, and I haven't been to one of our club meetings in person in years.
Right.
I mean, the beauty of the internet allows people to gather and then organize events and group runs, and off they go. I mean, hell, our club just went and did Slick Rock yesterday.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
That was a big group. I saw a lot of rigs in that picture. I'm like, damn, that's Saturday and towards the end of the season when people are trying to crunch in their last wheeling.
Absolutely perfect yesterday.
Hell yeah. I thought about going, but then again, my Jeep was leaking like a sieve. So
yeah, there was no way. And then like last week we were at Sue and Chai's property there off of 80, and that Sacramento and Sierra Jeep connection is on Facebook. That was at their, skills day, challenge, beginner day. And I mean, they got 5,000 members. I met Gina that heads that up. So if you're in the Sacramento area or all the way up here to the Sierras, you can join that group, Sacramento and Sierra Jeep Connection. Toyotas need not apply. No, I think it's I think
Buggy
they're kind of
Boys.
open to everybody. Yeah, there was Toyotas at the event last weekend, so
Well, Sue and Shai drive.
they have Toyotas.
Toyotas.
Yeah. Yep.
Truggies.
So yeah. So anywho, very cool, good stuff, man. I'm glad. We got to catch up here and get another podcast going. So
Yeah, no, it's like old times. I know you're
look
going to be on the
forward
road
to,
next week, and
some SEMA content. We're going to have some Vegas Valley 4-wheeler hump and bump content. It's going to be some good stuff.
dude, there's somebody behind you.
So yeah. All right. You got anything else?
No, I do not. I think we've covered it all. We're current now on all of our business, and you have a good time down in SEMA. You have a good time out in the desert tonight, and say hi to Keith for me.
Absolutely. Will do. And with that,
We're out.